our bodies get so used to it. And so you need to constantly be shocking your body. And also, just from a mental standpoint, I don't, I, it's exhausting and boring. So I really try to keep things, different. And I, do something different and for exercise.
Well,
And then there's days that you just need to, like, if your body's tired, you have to listen to it and just go, okay, I'm going to rest.
hi, y'all. It's Bridget Cudshaw with Real Things Living. Today, my guest is Christina Flach. She is a celebrity makeup artist, and she is going to share today her wonderful background story and how she got into developing or involved with some foundations. Can you say hi, Christina?
Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. And thanks for having me today.
Yeah, I really appreciate you taking the time, especially we're on two different time zones. And I think Zoom is a wonderful thing that we all got used to using after COVID, right?
Yes.
But it's a good thing. So I guess my big question is for you. I know what you do is really wonderful helping women and applying makeup, and it's not just for celebrities. I'm sure it's just for other things. What got your interest in that? What made you start your own business?
Well, I'm also the CEO of Pretty Girl Makeup.
Oh,
So
sorry.
I'm
Yeah,
not,
pretty girl
yes,
makeup. That's kind of important,
yes,
right?
yes. So I am a celebrity makeup artist, and I started working on my mom who had cancer and my friends and family. And then it segued into doing proms and weddings and then photo shoots. And then I got my agents. So I'm very blessed to be represented by Ford, New York, LA, Miami, Chicago, Brandy Moore, and Zenobia. So I have three agents. And I do speak about beauty from the inside out, because it's not, obviously it's about having love in your heart and laughter and joy, but it's also about, nutrition and hydrating your body and getting rest and exercise and meditation and, affirmations and being positive, because all of that shows in how you look. And so when I do a shoot, I just have to make sure that my client is in a healthy, happy mood, making sure they're hydrated, and then I obviously do make them look like the best versions of themselves.
That's,
Um, yeah.
I was going to say
So
that's a good point. It does come from the inside out. Everything, your internal feelings are expressed on your skin. Your
yes, yes,
everything.
yes. Your eyes don't lie. So if my clients are tired or in a bad mood, I try to get them as in a better mood as possible. I'll use aromatherapy oils. I'll massage their hands. I'll, get some ice packs for their eyes to take away any puffiness. But it all kind of just starts from, I think from being in a good place emotionally. I think you look better on the outside.
That's true. I mean, you're on the same page with me, and I've always been a advocate of that, of taking care of yourself on the inside, right? But we don't think about that, or we don't talk about that. And I'm glad you're bringing this up.
Yeah, no, it's important. Self-care is not selfish. It is actually the most important thing in taking care of yourself, because it enables, once you're, you've exercised, you feel good, you have more energy, you can give more to your family, your friends, your work, your charity work, whatever it is that you're passionate about. So I do think it's super important I also think it's really important for your children to see that, one takes care of themselves, because, we want our kids to be healthy and happy in their lives. And if they don't see a good example of someone eating well, not drinking a lot, getting enough rest, exercise, being positive, well, they're going to not have that type of a life either. So they are going to have whatever it is, the example that you're setting.
That's so true. That is amazing how you're living the life that is the right thing to do, and you're helping other women. And I'm assuming you do mostly, well, your pretty girl makeup. Is that something, how long ago did you start that? I'm just curious.
I started my company in 1999,
Oh, wow.
and I'm starting a new company called I'm Too Busy right now. So I'm pretty busy on, and besides doing all the photo shoots that I do, because I love them so much. They're a lot of fun. So
Well, you're taking what you've learned to help other people. That's what, right?
yes, I mean, I think that's what everyone should do, inspire others. And one of the blessings, I did a pro bono makeup lesson for a teenager last year, and just showed her some basic, tasteful makeup tips to pick out a proper foundation. How's the right way to do that? Just showing her how to make her eyes pop out. And we were just talking about, what do you want to be when you get older? What dreams do you have? What goals have you set for yourself? And so we kind of had this amazing conversation. 2 weeks later, she contacted me and said that she felt so good about herself. Her confidence had gone up after, making herself look like a better version of herself, that she applied for a study abroad program to Prague to do art, and she got it. And so she said, I will always be grateful to you. You changed my life because you told me I could do anything that I set my mind to do, and I did it. And so it's important. I've learned in the past year. I'm also the on-air beauty expert on NBC on California Live, which was something that I was a little hesitant to do because I'm much more comfortable typically behind the camera. But my friend that was the host said, look, you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable, because great things happen and great change happens when you can get through that. And so now I know that before, when I would feel uncomfortable or nervous or scared or anxious about something, I know now that something great's going to happen, because I just need to make the step forward to do it. And so in the past year, I've been, doing this about 2 or 3 times a month, and it really has boosted my confidence. And being able to speak on a live TV is terrifying, because
I bet.
that if you make a mistake, that is it. It's a lot more forgiving when we have a taped segment, and I can breathe a little easier. But it's given me a confidence that I didn't even know that I had. So I know now that being uncomfortable will lead to something great.
That's a good thing. It's kind of like you mentioned, like an instinct, right?
Yes.
It's amazing that I think what you're saying too, that you're like, are you drawn to helping younger girls now? Or
I'm drawn to helping anyone. I mean,
right.
I help at my mother died of cancer. And so I also donate my time to a fashion show every year here in California of, survivors of cancer. And then they do this fashion show and raise money for a charity. So I do that. I also, my husband passed away, my son passed away. So I started a educational fund at the Northern Lights School in Oakland, California, to remember my son, Bo, and my husband, Ken Flach, who was a professional tennis player. He passed away from sepsis. So then after he passed from sepsis, because of who he was, they asked me if I'd be willing to raise awareness for sepsis. And so I said yes, that I would, with the sepsis. You can go to sepsis.org to look at the signs, because most people don't even know what the signs are. We certainly didn't. And so if you scroll down to the page, there's like a little diagram that says time. And what that is, T is for temperature. You can be incredibly hot or cold. I is for infection in some place in your body, whether it be a cut, or in my husband's case, he had bronchitis that turned into pneumonia. And so he wasn't seen by his doctors in a timely fashion. And so his body went septic. Oh, M is for mental decline. They kind of start getting a little fuzzy. They're just confused a bit. And E is for excruciating pain. Sepsis is an infection of the blood that shuts down the organs. And so it is a very fast, aggressive disease. And once it starts attacking your vital organs, there's no turning back. But if you have any of those signs, get to, the emergency, say that you think you might be septic, and, ask for a blood test, which will determine very quickly, and they'll get you on an IV antibiotic and you will survive. The chances of getting sepsis once you've had it once are very high after you've had it and survived. So I've heard people having sepsis 2 or 3 times.
Wow, I didn't know that. I thought is it like so your immune system is suppressed? Maybe is that how it?
No, well, there's an infection in your body.
Yeah,
and
in
so,
your bloodstream, right?
Right. It's in you, and it gets into your bloodstream. So if you aren't on any IV antibiotic, it will grow at a fast rate. So for example, my husband was given no antibiotic, but cough medicine with codeine and an inhaler. So the problem is when you have an infection going and you take you know, cough medicine with codeine, it slows down your breathing, which makes the infection grow at a faster rate.
Right.
So that's why, you know, cough medicine with codeine we think is so great when we're sick because it makes us rest. But if you have an infection and you're not countering it with an antibiotic, you can potentially get sepsis.
That's scary. That's, oh, wow. How long ago did this happen? I'm just curious.
5 years ago.
I think before we got on the call, my mother-in-law passed away from that. Her issue was she had like some skin cancer on her nose, a basal
Mm-hmm.
cell, and she had it removed and it got
Mm-hmm.
infected. And then it got
Mm.
into it. She was in her 70s. So, but she was also having other health issues. And so it was something that we weren't, you just don't expect. And that's why at least
No.
you just don't expect that. And you want to remove the skin cancer, right? But then it turned into something else. But I'm sorry that
Right.
happened. It sounds like you're all your experiences you're really an advocate for helping everybody. I mean, health wise and
Yes, I
mentally.
am. I am an advocate for helping everybody. I don't, it's not, it's everybody. It's children, it's women, it's men, it's everybody. So
I'm on the same page. And you'd mentioned your son, the Bo, your son Bo.
his
What?
name's, yes, my son Bo passed away on Christmas Day from SIDS.
Oh
And
wow.
so I started also the Bo Friedman Outdoor Classroom in Mill Valley, California. It's an outdoor garden and classroom where kids, there's vegetable garden, there's fruit trees, there's chickens, and the kids do science experiments. They cook, they have a farmer's market every week. And so nutrition and education are incredibly important to me. And so I think that children, if they are exposed to eating healthy from a young age, they will, as they grow and get older, will make healthier food choices.
Right. I believe in that too. I'm also, when I was younger, I was always craving vegetables. That's obviously because it's something that we need. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you're a great role model for your children and then for the world in general. You just got to be the example and not just talk, right? You got to walk the talk. Is that the right thing?
Yes, it's interesting. My kids had told me that my lectures on drugs and alcohol were pointless, and but that the example that I set, how I conduct myself, my work ethic, and how I treat people is what really impressed them when they were growing up. So that surprised me. I thought my lectures were fantastic.
Right. Right. You just don't know. I know a lot of people who just talk, but you really have to be the example. You have to do what you're saying. You gotta, it's not all about I don't know, but it's about helping others. And it's just people feed off that energy that you have. And
Yes, it's true. I think, I've had so many incredible blessings in my life and miracles, and I'm so grateful. I mean, obviously, I have had some tragedies that are quite enormous, but I just try and come from a place of gratitude of the time that I have had with my son and my husband and my mother and everyone else. I just lost my best friend. She passed away May 2nd.
oh wow.
And so that was really hard, but I'm just trying to be grateful for the time that I had with her.
That's true. That's just something that everything happens usually unexpectedly. And that's why you have to appreciate every single day,
Every
every
single minute,
yeah,
every
every
second.
single
Yes.
minute that you're
Yes.
here. And we're so much so much on the same page. I'm all about the nutrition and exercising and resting. And after I went to study all that, became certified in nutrition after I had dealt with, my health issues, because I'm like, what am I doing different, wrong? And I shouldn't say wrong, but I just want to make sure my body can heal properly because
Mm-hmm.
things are gonna happen. And I was just
True.
trying to help with the healing process. And I guess again the makeup stuff. I was looking at your website too, and I saw that you make sure you're into products that have fewer chemicals in them, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was impressed with that.
Yes, clean beauty. It's important because, our skin is our biggest cell. So it really does matter what we put on top of it and apply to it, all the time. So if you can pick a healthy choice, I recommend that.
That's definitely something I didn't know about, a long time ago. I didn't know that.
Hmm.
So after I had my health issues and I changed, I read labels all the time too on skincare products and food. And
Yes, it does matter.
so it sounds like you're into like healthy eating too. Do you do a lot of cooking too? I'm just curious.
I do a lot of cooking. I love to cook. I make fresh green juice every day. In the Vitamix, I will throw in blueberries, pineapple, power greens, cucumber, green apple, grapefruit juice, and ginger. And so I blend that up. I make a huge amount of it, put it in mason jars, and keep it in the fridge. So when I'm hungry, I just drink those, and I have that first thing in the morning. I also think I have water and lemon and Bragg's apple cider vinegar first thing in the morning. I think it's really good for realkalining your system, getting rid of sugar cravings, and it's just
Oh yeah.
really healthy for your body. So I do a lot. I try to eat as I eat very, very well, and I feel really good. I exercise every day. Today I went to hot power yoga. Yesterday I did Pilates. So I try and do something different every day. Like tomorrow I'll probably do a hike or something. So
You're like my sister from another mother because I think it's important to mix it up because you're gonna.
yeah, oh, it's so important because
Yes.
our bodies get so used to it. And so you need to constantly be shocking your body. And also, just from a mental standpoint, I don't, I, it's exhausting and boring. So I really try to keep things, different. And I, do something different and for exercise.
Well,
And then there's days that you just need to, like, if your body's tired, you have to listen to it and just go, okay, I'm going to rest.
yeah. I
I need
think
a
too
day off.
people do things too repetitive too. They could give themselves an injury. Do you know what I'm saying? If it's
There's studies been proven that, like, it's not good to do the same thing over and over. It wears out your body. So it is important to mix it up, doing something every other day, not playing, too much tennis, too much golf, because you need to, you need other things. It's important, I think, core health, like, the Pilates is fantastic. The yoga, you need to, stretch and I think as we get older, all those things matter, so we're not so achy.
right. And it's just again, it's going to help your body stay healthy as long as possible. And you're just going to feel good inside and out. When
Yes,
and
definitely.
I believe in doing something too when you mix up doing something that makes you happy.
That's true. Yeah, you don't
Yes,
want to be working out and just hating every minute of it. You want to enjoy it. And
right.
then having a friend to work out with too sometimes helps. Um, it's nice. Like I'll go on a walk or a hike with one of my girlfriends, and it'll be just like a fun time that we sit and chat. And the hike goes by so quickly
Oh
because,
yeah,
we're distracted from, the intensity of the hike.
that's the point of it. So, you had mentioned your kids too. Were they involved in sports? I'm assuming.
Yes, they
They were.
are. Three of my four play golf competitively. My daughter Rose played Division 1 in college at UC Davis. Then she went to NYU and played there. Nikolai's playing Division 2 at Sonoma State. His team just went to the NCAA finals, which is exciting. And Ben is a nationally ranked junior golfer, and he's 16.
Wow, that's golfing. I think is hard, hard for me.
It is very hard. Yes. And my daughter Melania is starting a women's golf line. So we are a big golf family.
Well, that's so cool. I think I mean, you're just a great role model. Your husband helped probably too because of his, athleticism. And I kind of think golf it's a lot of, I don't know. My son played hockey, right? And so it's kind of sort of my uncle is trying to get my son into golf and he hasn't done it yet. But
Hmm.
it's a tough, very focused, you got to be very focused. Um,
Yes.
and I've never been good at golf, to be honest with you.
Well, it's something that, you need to take lessons. It's not something you can really teach
Yes,
yourself. And it's very intense, but it's also a great distraction. Like to go to the driving range, it's just like you
right.
feel like you don't think about any of life's,
You're looking at,
issues.
you're
The golf
outside too.
courses are beautiful. Yeah, it's great. I love to go. Like I love watching my kids play. I go watch them as often as I can. at their tournaments, and it's great. It feels like you're taken away. It's like a little mini vacation.
Yeah, I like the fact anything that's outside, that makes me happy. So whenever I do an activity, I like to be outside, and I guess I should try. I haven't tried it, but I am going to France at the end of the month to see my
Oh,
family.
wow.
My
How nice.
my mother's French, so one of her brothers is really big into golf. So maybe I'll have it. He's really big.
Go. Oh, that's great. Yeah, just get some lessons and just kind of commit to it. And it's, it's consistency. You just have to like, it's not going to be something you're good at overnight.
Right. That's probably why my son was good at hockey. He loved it and he practiced constantly. Right.
Right.
And that's what it was. And my uncle was saying that skill set could be applied to golf. I mean, maybe he was just,
Yeah.
that's what he said. I don't know if it's true. But anyway, this is so cool. And so what, other than you mentioned you do Pilates and you go to the gym, it sounds like group classes and hiking and walking. Is there anything else that you do? Do you play golf at all? I'm just curious.
I do play golf. I do play golf, just not as much as I would like. I don't have the time, but I do like it. I have a horse that I would ride a lot. I don't have, yeah, I love to ride. I don't know what else. Like that's pretty much it. I work a lot, so
yeah, but at the same time, you're making time for it. You're fitting it in something each day, which is important. It doesn't have to be
super important.
And
it is.
I think you're just a great role model for everybody. And I love what you're doing to help people realize that, beauty from the inside out, it does. It's not just the makeup looks good, but also you have to fuel yourself properly and rest.
Yes. Right. I mean, they don't call it beauty sleep it's not a wives' tale. It's real. And sleep Americans pride themselves on, oh, I slept 5 hours, I'm fine. No, you actually need a lot more. I mean, 8 to 10 is ideal. Like you do need a lot of sleep to rest your body and your body heal. So I think it's important to get enough rest. Rest is very, very, and I think it's important to laugh and love and enjoy, be happy, do what you like.
You mentioned that 8 to 10, I function much better. I know on my body now on 9 hours. That's what I
need. It's true.
I need it. Some people could do 8, but I need 9. But
yeah,
this is so cool. You had taken the time to talk to me. And where can people learn more about you, Christina? Or can
Well, you can go to ChristinaFlach.com to see my portfolio. You can see videos of my segments on NBC. And if you would like to look at my makeup products, go to PrettyGirlMakeup.com.
That is really cool. I'm definitely gonna.
And then Instagram as well, Christina Flach Makeup, and then Pretty Girl is PrettyGirlMKUP on Instagram.
And for those that are listening, I will include those links in the description. And I think this is really awesome. And you're very positive. I like that. You convey a lot of positive energy.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You had those unfortunate incident, I can't even say the word, situations, but you're still here and you're trying to help everybody. And
well, I don't think you're honoring anybody by just being miserable and mourning them. I think you can honor your loved one in a positive way, doing things for others. So I think that's how I just wouldn't think that my husband or my son or anyone would be happy looking down on me, angry and mad at the world. So
that's good. That's a really great perspective, and just making a positive impact while you're still here. Change the world while you can, right? That's what my stepfather always said to me. Make an impact, make it better.
Yes, I agree. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you.
Have a great day, everybody. Christina is offering a discount if you order something from prettygirlmakeup.com and type in Pretty Girl at checkout, and you'll get a 25% discount.